the videotape.
Bryant. His opponent now making his way to the ring. From the great state of Michigan, please welcome Rick Steiner.
And as Rick Steiner makes his way to the ring, you just saw how the new World Tag Team Champions were crowned. And I'm sitting here now with one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Freebird Michael P.S. Hayes.
Well, you might say 1/3.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's always been my nature, the good disposition person that I am, to come share Freebird's greatest moments with the people, and that's why I'm here right now.
Well, I'll tell you something. I know that the most prestigious tag team championship in our tremendous sport now around the waist of the Freebird.
That's right. The reunion, it worked. The surprise, it worked. But the fact that we're on top of the mountain, looking down alone, was no surprise. And you know, as a great man once said, I have been to the mountaintop.
Rick Steiner's got a mountain in the ring there, about 320 pounds, Big Jim Bryant.
You know, I'm glad Steiner's back.
Are you really?
Yes, I am, because I love to take advantage of people, and he's one of my favorite people to take advantage of.
Hey, I want to tell you something. Dr. Death Steve Williams and the Steiners make a great six-man combination for the Freebirds or anybody else.
The three of them ain't got a two-digit IQ. You know what I mean? If you add it together, they're great, basic amateur wrestlers. In the professional sense, they're going to get hurt when you mess with the fabulous Freebirds. Dr. Death should know. You should know. If he forgot, show him some old UWF footage.
Oh, God, so money!
Now, we got to watch out for that.
Yeah, no lie.
I'm not going to lie about it at all. We've got to watch out for that. Hey, were our new outfits, were we sexy or what?
Yeah.
Come on, you know we were.
Oh, yeah. I'll placate you.
Oh, you're just mad because you couldn't figure out it was Jimmy Garvin. You're mad because you couldn't guess it. Now, this is an illegal move.
How you figure that?
Well, because you're not supposed to use the turnbuckle holding on to somebody's hair. Yes or no? Thank you. Thank you very much. There's
right hand.
fist.
Well, what are you, Mr. Ricky Rulebook or what?
No, I ain't no Ricky Rulebook. I'm just pointing out things you always... That's a lot of weight.
He just tossed it.
That is a lot of weight. Of course, he couldn't do that to Bam Bam, and neither could his little punk brother, and Dr. Death sure couldn't do it.
Steiner, unorthodox.
Well, that's going to win the match, isn't it?
Well, he's having some fun.
Oh, I think he's back in the carousel or something. Hey, they always say it was an accident. They never tell you it was him that was driving. It was his fault.
Well, there they go. Tommy Young riding double there.
Yeah, riding double. He sees double. If he sees anything in that little broad, it follows him around from arena to arena. You know, the real nerdy one.
Tommy Young?
No, not Tom. Lord knows not Tommy Young. Talking about Steiner. That goofy broad Gibson.
That's his friend.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Steiner goes behind.
Hey, the friend on his hand looks better.
Guess what? He's got him up. Well, he's belly to belly. That's like picking up a load of bricks.
But he picked it up, and I got squeezed his way to be picked up.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. Steiner, we're going to see. Let's take another look at that. Steiner dominated this match from the outset. Fans, this man, he's belly to belly, weighs about 325. He is a load. But the Stein got him over. Steiner, and Williams versus the Freebirds. Could it happen? Well, if it does, don't you miss it. And here's one man that doesn't miss anything. Joe Pedicino. Joe Pedicino knows. Right at
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Joe Pedicino Knows right here in the NWA, and an exciting show we're seeing already today. Don't forget that big TV main event is still to come. And just a little bit later on in the show, we are going to be announcing our first winners in this year's Grand Slam contest, and we'll be telling you about that a little bit later on in today's program. You know, I want to talk for just a second about Lex Luger. In the past few weeks, his attitude has really disappointed me. Ever since winning his U.S. heavyweight title back from Michael Hayes, he has been a little bit on the sour side. It's like winning that title wasn't good enough. He wants to be the #1 contender. Well, in my book, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is the rightful #1 contender. He is the man that Ric Flair defeated for the title, and he's the man who should get the first shot if Ric Flair returns. And don't forget, next week, we'll find out just what Ric Flair's decision is. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is the Great American Bash. You know, I've been getting all kinds of letters from all across America wanting to know exactly what is a two-ring triple chance battle royal. Well, we call it the Triple Crown King of the Hill. It's very simple. Two rings set up side by side. And what happens is up to 30 men get in ring one. And you get eliminated just like you always do by going over the top rope or being pinned or submitting. But you don't lose then. You go into ring two. At that point, everybody in ring two has their own battle royal. What it comes down to is there'll be one man left in ring one, one man left in ring two. And at that time, those two men will face each other for $25,000. Many of the cities where the Great American Bash will be visiting this summer will be having Triple Crown King of the Hills. And if they have one in your town, I urge you to get out and see it. It's the most exciting battle royal you'll ever see. Coming up, the winners in the Grand Slam contest, plus more news on the Great American Bash when we come back. But right now, we'll take a break and then be back.
This message goes out to the wrestling public, because I'm sure by now you are all aware of the fact that July 1st is the date agreed upon between myself and the National Wrestling Alliance as to whether or not I would compete again for the title or whether or not I would surrender the title. The bottom line right now is that next week, 7 days from now, I have to render a decision. It's been 6 weeks of the hardest time spent in my life. Being in the sidelines, watching what's happening right now in the National Wrestling Alliance, not being able to compete, not being able to do anything about the problems that exist right now. We all know what they are. Ric Flair is an athlete that refuses to be anything less than 100%, and I won't give Terry Funk or anybody else the satisfaction of beating me for that title if I'm not 100%. I hope next week to be able to tell you that I'll be in there, because I want to be in there. But the bottom line is I've got to do what's right for Ric Flair, and I've got to do what's right for my future. Thank you very much.